I know y'all want to hear the gun information, but can I please play this R. Kelly interview? Can I please play this R. Kelly interview? Please, y'all, just give me 5 minutes to play this R. Kelly interview. R. Kelly finally spoke and did an interview talking about them leaked emails. How they went in his email. Yo, they like Tory with these women. Now these other women stealing his emails, his private information. Like, yo, bro. Yo, like, man, y'all black women. Y'all make it scary for us black men, man. Y'all make it scared of y'all. We love y'all, but y'all make it scarier for us. I know it's a whole lot of y'all good ones out there, but Lord have mercy, boy. Lord have mercy. Let me see. Where is that? So, hold on. There's a beautiful young sister named Natasha Simona. She interviewed R. Kelly along with this fella, Ricky Party. They spoke to R. Kelly live from the federal prison. You know, and they broke their interview up into parts, but this is the whole conversation here. But R. Kelly addresses everything, and he talks about how they what you call it, they violated his civil rights by stealing his personal information and putting it out publicly and giving it to his girlfriends, which caused. And to make a long story short, R. Kelly is saying, "Yo, this blogger chick and this person that worked in the BOP, the Bureau of Prisons, stole my emails and my phone calls, gave them to Azriel, and she turned on me and flipped, and that's why my ass is in jail." Basically, in a nutshell, that's what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? But let me let that run, and I'm using this under fair use as well. You know, there go your copyright disclaimer. I'm using this under fair use. Thing is still under on the top. But yeah, let me play this interview real quick.
We had a conversation, and y'all can hear me good? So listen, we do things around here. Sometimes things happen big, sometimes they happen bigger. Hello? And we got an exclusive. We had a conversation, and I want to shout out Rick Party, who's the executive producer of the Natasha Simona sequence. R. Kelly felt comfortable to call Rick in an exclusive phone call live from federal prison, where he's serving his time for the moment. And Rick was the only person he felt comfortable in sharing a lot of information. When I say a lot Oh, there's a lot. Like, get on pause. Their Instagram. We got to get this right. Don't pause us right now. So listen, as you all know, Rick Party has been in the broadcasting space for over 30 years. So his relationships are long, they are deep, and they are meaningful. And one of those relationships is with R. Kelly, Robert Sylvester Kelly. And he got a phone call and he said, man, I want to share some information with you. And immediately I got the phone call. So we are very lucky over here at the Natasha Simona Sequence, because this is definitely breaking news. As of right now, there's rumors going around. That R. Kelly and Joycelyn Savage produced a baby. And of course, that's something that the media wants to run with. But in fact, he cleared that up. He talked about family. He talked about finances. He talked about how his life is behind bars, what's going on there. And he talked to us about Tasha K. You all know her as the blogger over there on YouTube. She's very interesting with her commentary, and she kind of says what she wants to garner the attention of all of her followers. But he talked about the emails that were leaked, and he goes in serious depth about that. So we have that. So in the coming days, we will be dropping all of this information. And as some of you may or may not know, there is another story coming out on Monday, January 2nd, on Lifetime. People are talking some more about surviving R. Kelly. So this is another 100-part series. So before all of that comes out, he let Rick know. He said, please make sure you get this out there, and I want my voice heard. So let's hear what he says with the baby. Here we go. Listen carefully.
Because what's out there too is everybody's talking. Is this Jocelyn we're talking about?
I can't name names.
You can't name names.
I can just say Jocelyn is my fiance, and I love her, and she loves me, and we're together still.
Okay. Is this?
I can say that she is not in my case or none of that.
And is this?
She's not against me.
Okay. Now they are saying that she had a child. Is that true, or is that?
Hell no. That's
okay.
what I'm saying.
Right. Okay.
She didn't have a child. I didn't put out no damn album. And if I would have put out an album, it would be called I Admit It.
Exactly.
We have to start using our common sense at some point.
So, okay, you heard it from his mouth himself. There is absolutely no baby. The rumors are put to rest right now. The alleged baby is not the case. He also does admit live that is his fiance. Him and Jocelyn are engaged, and that album is bogus. So here it goes again for those of you who missed it in the back.
Because what's out there too is everybody's talking. Is this Jocelyn we're talking about?
I can't name names.
You can't name names.
I can just say Jocelyn is my fiance, and
So where he says he can't name names, when Rick says, is this Jocelyn we're talking about, he was talking about his case. And he was saying Jocelyn is not in any of the cases. She is not being held hostage. She is perfectly fine. But specifically to that, when he says, is this Jocelyn we're speaking of, he's not naming her, and he can't name names that's in the case, the women that are in the case. So here you go.
Because what's out there too is everybody's talking. Is this Jocelyn we're talking about?
I can't name names.
You can't name names.
I can just say Jocelyn is my fiance, and I love her, and she loves me, and we're together still.
Okay. Is this?
I can say that she is not in my case or none of that.
And is this?
She's not against me.
Okay. Now they are saying that she had a child. Is that true, or is that?
Hell no. That's what I'm saying.
Right. Okay.
She didn't have a child. I didn't put out no damn album. And if I would have put out an album, it would be called I Admit It.
Exactly.
We have to start using our common sense at some point.
So he's telling y'all to use some common sense. Hello. There's definitely people playing with his likeness. They're definitely, listen, I don't know. I don't want to step ahead of myself and say anything, but we do have more. We do have more exclusive conversation with R. Kelly. So make sure you're locked in. We will be dropping that whole conversation. Shout out to Rick Party for getting us that exclusive content. Rick Party is the executive producer of my show. When you're in prison, it's not like a straight out.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
How you been, man?
Terrible. What's going on with you?
Nothing much, man. Just checking on you, man.
So he's listen, it's the holiday, a bunch of nonsense. They're like it's broken. We got to cut that out. An inmate,
You can't name names.
I can just say Jocelyn is my fiance, and I love her, and she loves me, and we're together.
He does talk a little bit more about the long conversation with her. So 45 minutes.
Hold on a second, y'all. This motherfucking.
Anytime is good for me, man. I just don't be having much time, so I got to get straight to points.
Right. So tell me, man, what is it like in there, man? What you've been going through? I mean, people on the outside, they hear rumors, they hear all sorts of stuff, but what's real? Like, talk to us.
Well, I'm not going to get into all of that because everybody should obviously know how I feel and what I'm going through. So
Right.
that's obvious. The deal is, man, try to put this as quick as I can, man.
Mm-hmm.
When I got arrested in 2019,
right,
I was in here, and for the last 2 years, I've been trying to figure out how did my girlfriends flip on me.
So he said girlfriends, just in case y'all didn't hear that, or y'all are probably wondering, he did say girlfriends, plural. And he's saying he's trying to figure out how they flipped on him.
And long story short, a BOP officer.
I saw a lot of people asking, what is a BOP? So that is Federal Bureau of Prisons. So that's an officer on the inside. Okay. So just in case you all are confused, what's a BOP? Bureau of Prisons. So, I mean, I listen, I don't know all the terminologies for all the people in jail. Okay. So Bureau of Prisons, the officer got the emails from her email account and sent it over to the blogger Tasha K. That, ladies and gentlemen, is illegal. That's illegal. Well, I don't care whether it's R. Kelly or Jane Doe or John Doe. That is illegal. Okay, here we go.
Took a lot of my legal private phone calls and all my information
Right.
off of the TrueView system here.
So that system, that's what the informants on the inside, not the informants, excuse me, the prisoners, when they're emailing, I don't know if anybody has emailed anyone in jail. So they took it off of the internal systems. This BOP officer took it off of the system and sent it to Tasha K.
She did it illegally. It was a disciplinary hearing officer, which is like a judge in the Bureau of Prisons. And she illegally accessed all of my phone calls.
Illegally accessed.
150.
Hold on a minute. Let me run that back. Did y'all hear that? Illegally accessed.
Phone calls and emails 153 times. Illegally.
153 times. So,
once she did that, she sent it to her own personal Gmail.
Mm-hmm.
After she did that, she gave it to a blogger, Tasha K. This is public news out there.
Right.
People think it's rumors, but it's actually the truth.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just a messenger, okay? Shout out to all of you that have no clue what's going on here. I am literally the messenger. This is R. Kelly. We're listening to him talk to Rick Party, the executive producer and radio host. He's the executive producer of my show, the Natasha Simona Sequence. So that is straight from R. Kelly's mouth. You know, everybody has heard other people. You know, I do want to shout out to all of the bloggers and media outlets that have reported on this. You know, whomever you follow for your source. Shout out to everybody. We all have a space here. But nobody has had the direct out of his mouth until now. Hello? And like I said, I'm not here to sway anybody's opinion. I'm hearing it for I heard it for the first time on the other side of everybody else. So now it's one of those things where now you can properly piece the puzzle together. I'm not condoning anything. I'm not saying he's right or wrong. I just want everybody to listen to this with a clear mind and understanding. We have never, ever heard R. Kelly speak on this until right now. Okay. So I want you all to just listen to it with a clear mind. Aside from what you've heard before, listen to it for what it is out of his mouth. And then now you got to repiece the pieces of the puzzle because this is the first time he's talking. Okay. So let's run that back for a second here. Let's run that. I want you all to hear that again. Oh, in the name of technology, things happen. So hold on one second. I broke it. Hold on, everybody. Technology gets funny, and it stopped. I won't press any buttons, okay? I'll stop pressing buttons.
Sorry.
There you go.
Rob.
Once she did that, she sent it to her own personal Gmail.
Mm-hmm.
After she did that, she gave it to a blogger, Tasha K. This is public news out there.
Right.
People think it's rumors, but it's actually the truth.
Mm-hmm.
After that happened, there was a search warrant done, a search warrant executed on this BOP officer, and they found out that it was true that she had did this. But we never got the rest of the information as far as the investigation they did. There was never a closure on it. If there's no closure on it, then we don't know where that investigation went. But I do know it went this far. Tasha K mentioned that she shared all of that stuff with the parents of government witnesses.
Mm-hmm.
The girls.
Now I'm gonna say this. This is common sense.
Right.
You got 2 or 3 girlfriends
His
that are
girlfriends.
grown women, and you know, and you messing around, or you giving one attention more than you giving the other one, and they find out, they could become mad and scorned or whatever, depending on how the extent of that extra attention may be given at the time. And when this contraband, which was illegal contraband that the BOP stole and gave to Tasha K, was shown, which Tasha K said on her blog, she showed it to the parents and the witness, government witness. Right then and there, that becomes tampering with those witnesses. And once that person turn on you, you know, no telling what they'll get up and say about you.
Right.
Which in my case was not good things, you know. And it caused devastating outcome. I don't go too deep into it, but that's just the gist of it.
Right.
The bottom line is, if they can infiltrate the system, take my information, my private information that I pay for my phone calls, I pay for my emails, attorney and client privilege and all of that. If they can do that to me and the system is not right, then they can do it to anybody.
That's what I said. It could do it to anybody, right?
And fair is fair. No. It's supposed to be innocent until proven guilty.
Right.
And when things like this happen, it's no different than a casino, man. You walk in a casino and you know, just keep it real, and you playing blackjack and you find out the dealer's hand is bogus.
Right.
I don't think you're gonna switch tables. You're gonna look at the whole thing like it's bullshit.
Right.
You know, you're gonna walk out the casino and you're gonna demand your money back. But you're not gonna ever go to that casino again because you're gonna think the whole casino is pretty much messed up. It's all because of that one cheat, that one table. So, you know, forgive me if
this call is from a federal prison.
Forgive me if you don't understand that metaphor, but that's how I'm looking at it. You know,
I get it.
my private information was stolen by a BOP officer, a professional BOP disciplinary hearing officer, and that's not supposed to be. Another thing's not supposed to be. She's not supposed to scan it and send it to her own personal Gmail. That's illegal.
Right.
Another thing, she's not supposed to give it, share it, or sell it to a blogger. Okay? That's illegal. That blogger is not supposed to share it.
And the blogger he's talking
anybody,
about is
let
Tasha
alone
K.
government witnesses. And what happens to be my case at the present time. And that was in 2019 that this happened, before I was ever gone, before I ever went to trial in New York. Okay? So I didn't find out about it until 2 weeks before my verdict.
Right.
So, which means it should, in my opinion, it should have been stopped until we had an investigation done on, you know, how far did that information go? Which now I know, 3-4 years later, that it was pretty big and pretty powerful.
So I'm gonna cut it right there. So there's a couple of things. There's a couple of things that I wanna clear up here. When he mentions girlfriends in plural, I know everybody's in an uproar. Like, did this man say girlfriends? He did. You know, listen, he was R. Kelly. He is R. Kelly. Excuse me. And whether he had 1 girlfriend, 5 girlfriends, 10 girlfriends, they were all of age. We're talking about women of consenting age to be there. They have now turned on him, and that's where, you know, he was wondering what happened, and you know, that's when everything was coming out that this BOP officer, Bureau of the Prisons, that's an inside worker, went into the system took the emails from the work system, sent it to her Gmail, and then gave it to Tasha K. Now, whether it was sold, given, how all of that is alleged, but it was definitely given to Tasha K, who is the blogger, and she then shared it on her platform. Tasha K has said that many, many times on her platform. It is out there. You can go find it yourself in lots of her YouTube videos. So it's there. That all of this is illegal. This is illegal. This is tampering with witness evidence, and that's a pivotal part in this case that I don't know. And that's when he said fair is fair, right? Listen, we're regular people here, right? Let's talk to each other. Fair is fair. If somebody did that to you, how would you feel? Do you understand what I'm saying? And these are personal emails that should not have been sold to this blogger.
Figure out why I had people lying on me on the stand. I couldn't figure it out for years. But when I saw that my phone calls back in 2019 was all over the place, all in the newspaper, and coming out of Tasha K's mouth, and a search warrant was executed on the BOP's officer's laptop computer, and they found that it was criminal activity going on, and that all became real to me as to why I'm in court hearing all of these things being said about me, because people was mad, people was scorned, and that's pretty much all it takes for somebody to get up there and say whatever they want to say about you.
I don't know.
So
sounds like he might have a cold. That was him clearing his throat.
I know it's a lot of bad things being said about me and all of this, that, and the other has been for the longest, way before I even came in here. I usually don't, lash back out at people, because as a celebrity, as a professional person, you're never perfect. You're not, you do make mistakes in life, but I know I'm not a monster, none of this stuff. But people seem to, follow social media and the whole nine, and that's just what's going on today. And you get words about a person, and one word can just ruin a person's 30-year career in life. I never claim to be a perfect person or any of that stuff, but I know one thing, and I know this.
Okay, go ahead.
A BOP, disciplinary hearing officer, illegally accessed, stole my private phone calls and showed them to a blogger. How does she even meet the blogger? How did they ever meet? All these things happened. And in result of that, blogger showed it to witnesses. Okay. Now, I don't know law, but I've heard since I've been in here, there's things like that is called witness tampering.
Right.
And you cannot do that. And when you do that, it can and will and has resulted in my devastating outcome.
When you
and anybody with common sense would say the same thing.
Right. When I know your time is limited, and you said
This call is from a federal prison.
We all make mistakes. Is there anything? I mean, could be anything that you're sorry for, or something you would never do again, if you could trace back those steps.
There are a million things in my 55 years that I'm sorry for. I'm not going to pick out a million things that I could be sorry for in my life. But I can tell you there's a million things that has nothing to do with this BOP officer doing what she did.
Gotcha.
Okay, so this is not me switching the blame. This is me pointing out the truth. Okay, this is not me saying, oh, R. Kelly's the most perfect guy in the world. But, let me say this, man. If you go into a person's background or their career or the things that they've been through, you'll understand them if you know them personally.
Right.
But at the beginning, the end, the middle of the day, bro, a BOP officer. I really want you to hear that.
I'm listening.
Because you're right, my time is limited.
Okay.
So I would rather spend my time on pointing out where people cheated, where people lied, where people stole, where people sold, made money off my information on my phone calls. They listen to all my phone calls. They're listening now.
Right.
But I don't care because what I'm telling you is public record and it's truth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So I would rather people, if I got the time to spend with you, I'm not going to sit here talking about Robert Kelly's mistakes and Robert not being a perfect person because none of us are.
Mm-hmm.
I would rather spend my time saying somebody stole my car. Okay? Mm-hmm. It was a blue car. It was a Benz. This is the license plate. You understand? So they can go find my car, if you understand my metaphor.
I got it.
If they can go look up the license plate, and then we discuss everything else later. Mm-hmm. But right now, I know this for a fact, or I wouldn't be on this phone telling you this because I'm not going to lie on people. Mm-hmm. There is a search warrant that was executed by a federal agent, not Robert Kelly, not my lawyers. It was executed by a federal agent. And that federal agent came to find that there was criminal activity in that affidavit. Right. The Sun Times has put it out. The Tribune has put it out. It leaked. And if it leaked, that means it wasn't supposed to come out, but it leaked. And in result of that, witnesses in my case was shown that illegal contraband. Right. Why was it stolen? Why was it accessed 153 times? Mm-hmm. Why did the affidavit also say that 60 other BOP officers illegally accessed my phone calls and my records?
60 other officers. So, that's a lot. I know. I see you all in the chat. Listen, his time is limited, right? He can't sit there. And when Rick asked him, anything you're sorry for, if you're of a certain age, there's a lot of things that you've done. This man has been in the music industry for a very long time. And he's had all kinds of women throwing themselves at him. There's a whole lot. I told you, I went to sleep. I woke up. I'm eating breakfast. I'm eating dinner. I'm at the park with the kids, looking through all of these court documents. And it's a lot that has not come out. And he's talking. I have more information from him. He does not name names. He calls them federal witnesses and things like that. There's a lot of involvement from the federal witnesses' parents. There's a lot of coercion. Is that the word? Is that how you say it properly? But again, this is a side that we've never heard. The public has never heard him speak. We've heard everybody else. There's 15 parts of a surviving R. Kelly story. And we've heard everybody else spin their narrative in their way. They've all told their truth for what their truth is. And we've never heard him speak. So
emails. Why?
Right.
Why?
I'm just going to say this. If Tasha K don't get indicted federally, don't get locked up, then she's a fucking cop. She's working for the feds, allegedly, in my opinion. If you don't get charged for this, at no point, at no time, you don't get charged for this,
and this is where I want to spend my time if I'm going to be on this phone.
Okay.
Because that is why I'm where I'm at talking to you. And until and if they did it to me, then they can do it to anybody. And if they can do it to anybody, that means the system is not well put together like people claim it is. This phone is about to cut off. I'll call you back tomorrow.
Okay. Sounds good.
Thanks, Rick.
All right, brother.
Now, do y'all think the federal officer sold that to Tasha K, would they risk their job? Or are they a girlfriend of hers, or are they a super Tasha K fan? Like, girl, I could get his emails, I could get his phone calls to you. Like, you would really put your life at risk? Because you busted. Did she get indicted? The woman that stole it? Like, nobody goes to jail for none of this shit? I mean, I'm not saying R. Kelly ain't got a problem, but god damn, y'all don't see how he got railroaded? How can Tasha K give information to a federal witness during a federal case and that not be witness tampering? And you get the information from the jail and you taking it to the witness? Azriel wouldn't have flipped it. She probably ain't know half of that shit. Yo, if she does not get indicted, if she does not go to jail, I'm not going to even say, if she does not get indicted for this, if she does not get federally indicted for this, her and that cop or correction officer or disciplinary, whatever she was, if she does not catch a case for this, there's no way in hell she's not catching the case for this unless she's working with the government. How could she not? How could you not be working with the government? Yo. And then think on top of that, R. Kelly ain't get none of his discovery until after they found him guilty. They kept his whole case from him, all his paperwork, all his proof. They held it from him and then gave it to him after he fucking was found guilty. All the proof that he could have showed that they was lying, the government held his discovery or his information until he was found guilty and they gave it to him. Yeah. There's a lot of y'all that say F. R. Kelly, he shouldn't have been messing with young girls, this, that, and other. I'm saying to you, they locked him up by moving the goalposts 100 times. Like they didn't get him fair and square. They stuff like this. A whole bunch of different things that's illegal. I want to say damn near illegal. That shit is illegal. All that damages his case. So that like a person like, so you tell me a person can go to jail for burning up somebody's car in this case, and they call that witness tampering. But a person could go and get his phone calls and his emails, access his shit 150 something times. Not one time, 150 sometimes. It's 30 days in a month. They went in shit 150 sometimes. But they sent one of these dudes to jail because he burnt up somebody's car. They said it was witness tampering. But they can get going still from a federal jail his information and give it to a blogger, and the blogger go and give the information to the family of the witness. And don't go to jail. Don't get a slap on the wrist, nothing. Nothing. I guess Homeland Security wasn't watching that. They missed that part. That's crazy, yo. That is crazy. 150 times, y'all. You a nosy lady. Going in checking my emails 150 times. Damn, a chick can't sneak in the nigga phone that many times. Jesus. That's crazy, yo. Like the stuff that people do to be on YouTube, sometimes they be going a little too far, yo. To get somebody to go, like, I'm not, no, don't send me that nigga emails. You crazy? I'm going to jail. That's like mailing drugs to your house. That's a federal case.